Hello, welcome back to another episode of I'm Captain of My Ship. Today, I want to talk about some tips that you can hopefully use to um, prevent a fight divorce. Because a fight divorce is not something that you want. It's not good for you, not good for your other part, for the partner, not good for the children, not good for the whole community around you too, for your friends, not for family. It's not good for anyone. So uh, if there are things that you can do to avoid this, to prevent a fight divorce, then I would say, as captain of my ship and as captain of your ship, listen very well and see for yourself if there are some tips that you can try. And I'm not talking about blame, I'm talking about taking your own responsibility, about choices that you can make that will make a big difference in the situation you are in. Okay, the first one. Make sure that you both talk about a cooling off period, which means that after you heard or you just told someone about the divorce notification, um, there's a lot of angriness, disappointment, and sadness, probably in both of you. And if not in you, then probably in the other person. And then when you're full of those emotions, it's not the best way to sit down immediately and start to arrange everything immediately. Most of the time, it's a good idea to take off some cooling off period. So, I'm not talking about a period of years. I'm talking about a period of maybe a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or whatever period is good for both of you, so that the worst emotions are out of the body, and so you can start to talk together again without too many emotions. It won't be possible to be without emotions because there are always emotions. Divorce is just full of emotions. Um, it's part of the game, and you both have to go through this period. But please try to talk together about the cooling off period and see if that works for you, and that I hope that will help you both. Okay, the second one, don't make the other person worse to justify a divorce. Just to tell someone we didn't love each other anymore, we didn't see a future together anymore, is enough to justify a divorce. Those reasons are sufficient reasons, and regardless of your own conscience and what others say. So your own conscience might think, that's not enough, I need more reasons. And you start to make the problem worse, or to make the other person worse, so that you can justify this divorce. But know that this is not necessary. Please don't make the other person worse to justify a divorce. Okay, the third one, realize that you both can't get everything. You both have to also give something. If you stand all like there, I want this, and the other is there, I want this, and you both want the full, then clash there's a fight divorce. So know that, be aware that you have to give and the other person has to give a little bit, and together you will come to a solution. So realize it's not possible to get everything. Okay. And if you do want it because you do feel you need it, ask yourself what's more important. To have it all and then and fight for years to get everything I want, or just give a little bit and make sure that I get out of this divorce as good and quickly as possible so that I can go on with my life again. Because if you are going to have a fight divorce, it can sometimes take years. I hear some people have it going through a divorce of 8 or 9 years, sometimes even 10 years. And it just it's time of your life, and it's not possible to get that time back. So realize that everything comes with a price. And is it worth this price? Make up your mind what's more important, and don't try to get everything, but try to see what can you give. So you can also continue your life, and every day of your life you're getting closer to the end of your life. So as long as you're in a period of divorce, it's a heavy emotional period, and I would suggest, I can talk from my own experience, it's really worth to just end it as quickly and good as possible. It feels good for both of you, of course, so that you both can continue your lives. It's really worth to think about this. Okay, realize that the other person loves the children as much as you do. What do I mean with that? Maybe you want to see your children every day and you don't want to give 1 day a week to the other partner. No, I want the children because I will start to miss them and I am the only one who loves them. No, please. Know that the other person loves your children as much as you love the children. So don't think you're the only one who loves the children. So try to remind yourself of that and try to give the other person also time with the children. Don't want it all for yourself. Share, and you both will get even more, and it will really help you both move forward. And it's good for both children in most cases to have both parents. Okay, and then realize that a divorce is a common problem, and you have to come up with solutions together. It's not that only the other person is responsible to come up with solutions. You also have to come up with solutions, and together you have a common problem and you both have to give. So try to talk to each other and don't try to end it in a fight. Because you won't both, I think you both want to end this divorce and become happy again and just start picking up your life and continue the life that your new life. So it's a common problem that you have to go through this divorce, and then make sure that you come up with solutions that are both good for both of you, and so that you can solve this together. Okay, what I can tell from my own experience is that my divorce, unfortunately, ended in a fight divorce. This, I can talk from my own experience, is really no fun at all. It's a lot of heartache, it's a lot of pain, it's a lot of angriness. There's so many more emotions coming when it becomes a fight divorce. And there was something that we couldn't agree on. And when we came to the judge and we were standing there with the advocate, yes, then the judge said, well, I can see that there is a problem, and I know that I can tell you both what to do, but I would suggest that you both go, uh, that we have a break, and that you both come together, of course, with the advocate, and that you both try to make an arrangement just to make sure that you both agree on the things that moves you forward. And we took that time, and we had this break, and we came together. And till this day, I am so thankful that we agreed on the thing that, first of all, we couldn't agree on. But in that moment, it was really the last minute we could. Uh, we were standing there, and it's like, okay, it's us or the judge. And we both know our own situations always the best. So then I had to start to give, and my partner had to start to give, and we both had to come to a solution. So when the judge came back, then the advocate could tell the judge that we agreed on something. And the judge said, good, that's good. That's always the best. So I am really thankful. And it was painful that it had to happen at the last minute. But I'm thankful that we took that chance. But if it would have saved me so much money if you would have agreed on before the judge were even there. So yes, sometimes it is what it is. And all I would just want to say is that you both need to give, and you both have to come to a solution, or otherwise it will be a fight divorce, and it's really not something that you want. Really, you don't want a fight divorce. Okay, the sixth one, never ever involve the children in the fight or in this divorce. Don't say to the other partner, if you do not agree with this, you will not see the children anymore. Or when the children are coming home from school, that they come home and that you are starting to talk very bad things about their father or mother, and he or she is so bad and is doing this wrong. Don't. Please don't ever involve the children in a divorce. Give room, give space for the children to love both parents. And how did I do that? Well, I know and I'm aware, and it's something that I always say, look after yourself carefully. If you feel like you have to talk, make sure you have someone to talk to. So what did I do when I felt that I really had to talk to someone when something awful, in my eyes awful, happened between me and my partner, and during this divorce? I would take my phone. It was in the middle of the winter. It was cold. It was freezing cold, it was snowing, there was rain, it was just awful, the weather was just awful. But still, I would get out of the house and I would start to call someone that I trust and make sure that I looked after myself, but also make sure that the children were not hearing all the things that I was telling I was telling about the divorce or things that happened between me and their father that were not positive. I tried to do my best to not to involve the children in this divorce. Um, of course, um, never being perfect. I do want to ask you to don't talk ill about the other person when he's not there. Don't involve the children. Don't say you're not allowed to see the children if you do not agree on that. It's really painful for children. And about the effects of those things, I will talk about this coming Thursday because the effects are huge when you do choose to involve the children in this divorce. They are huge. You really don't want that. So please leave them out. So if someone comes to you, it's a good friend, and the children are around or playing with the Lego or watching a movie, and your best friend comes by and asks how is it going, and you feel like you want to talk, make sure that you have a babysitter for the children and that you can both leave the house and talk while you're both together and there are no children involved. Not the children of your friend, not your own children. Okay. Then, be thoughtful in your communication. If you receive an SMS, a text message, an email or something, what I can remember from my own divorce, when I received an email, I really got so unbelievable stressed. It was not healthy. Too many emotions, negative emotions, it's just awful. So I knew that if I would respond right away on a message, then it would boom, really explode because I was too full of emotions. So what did I do? I took some time to cool down and just to leave it there and just get out there, have some fresh air, think through it again. What do I want to respond? And for me, I had to take some days before I could respond because there were too many emotions, and I was aware that giving a reaction with all those emotions were not good. I was aware of that one. So I tried my best and to be thoughtful in my communication. And I knew that it was hard for me to communicate in a good, positive way because I was really low in my energy and low emotions, negative emotions. So I asked advice from someone, please help me. I I don't want to hurt. I don't want to say anything bad. If I send this email out, how do you read it? Is it all right? Because I just tried to avoid a divorce, a fight divorce. In the end, it didn't work out the way we both wanted it, but at least I know we both tried. And it's sad, but we agreed on many things before this uh, fight divorce happened, because there were just some things that we couldn't agree on, but there were many things we did agree on. So that's really, it was really worth to be thoughtful in my communication. So that's something that I want to share with you. Be thoughtful in your communication. And the last one, preferably choose one person who can arrange everything. Everything from the business side, from the finance, all that stuff, and the housing, all that stuff. And also has time for the emotions of both from both of you. And if it's possible to find a person like that, it's I think it would be really nice and handy for both of you to have just one person there who helps you both move forward to end this period of your life so you can start to move forward to your new life. Okay, that's it for today. It was a hard topic. It was, when I remember my own divorce, it was really tough, but it's worth to try to prevent a fight divorce as long as possible, as good as possible. And if you do what you can, what is in your power, then I know that it will only work out for the best for both of you. So try what is possible for you and look after yourself. Ask yourself every day, what do I need? And look after yourself carefully. So that if you look after yourself, you can also be there. Um, you have more power of your own emotions, and you can look after your children better and go through this divorce in the best way possible, which is not nice at all, but is at least the best way possible. Okay, that's it for today. I really hope that I can help you. I really hope that this inspires you to take action, to look at your own life. What can you do? And don't try to point a finger. Look at your own life. What can I do to change this for the best for this whole situation? And then on Tuesday, I'll be live again. Tonight, I'll be live on Insta. So we can connect and you can ask me questions and I will share a message. And I hope to see you there.